Good morning. Hotep Habarigani Assalamu alaikum. I'm your host this morning for the Open Line Radio Show. Our original host, Brother Jay, he is cutting grass somewhere, and he just wanted us to do the show the way we normally would do it. Our spectacular guest is Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel has her own show, and it's really a beautiful show. And Rachel, before we get into the show, you want to tell us a little something about your show, what your show is about, and everything, and the creative juices behind your show.
Sure. So I have a spectacular team that works with me every Tuesday. Big shout out to my director and my directors, Michael, Skip, and Brother Shahid. I love them, all three of them. They're great. My show is called The Foundation of My Color. I'm the host, and what we do at the foundation is we allow people to come in and give their story, or we talk about politics, whatever it is, whatever's going on in the world at this time or in your community, whatever. We are here. If we're here to give you a seat at the table of the Foundation of My Color to give your story or your truth or whatever it is that you want to share with the community.
Oh, yes. And the community really be sharing, and that's our idea. We really appreciate that. Now, we're gonna like, it's the Open Line Radio. You know how we flow. Brother Jay have different segment. I may have a different segment, but we just gonna do music the best way that we know how to do it, and that's collectively. Last night at the Lafayette Council, there was like a huge meeting. A lot of them was like there for the dredging of Vermilion River, or whatever it was. I mean, they had it packed, but a lot of people from AOC was there too, because like we wanted to let the council know that, okay, the rent here comes out to about $12,000 a month. That's a lot of money, for somebody like AOC, who is a nonprofit organization. But this is what I read to the council last night. I gave my name, Khadijah Anna Rashad, and I said I'm here in support that the council would reconsider charging AOC $12,000 a month for rent, whereas it would be sweat equity that should be charged. All right? Number one, Festival International has been in existence over 40 years. The success of Festival International is basically by all the volunteers, family and friends, and employees for free. It's known worldwide, internationally. And without our coverage and professionalism, the success would not be at the level it is today. One reason we have continuously re-air and requests from the community. Another viable impact is the dialogue among different individuals is superb. You have some people that, some people that go left, go right. You have some people that don't even go at all. But you just have them, and we all get along. They have the kids camp, serve children with hands-on technology, and some children have gone on to be like regular TV hosts on Channel 10, on Channel 3. In closing, I know a lot of subscribers that keep Cox. They keep Cox and they keep LUS because they want to make sure that they catch an AOC. And taxpayers' dollars deserve to know where our money are continuously going with AOC. We can see it practically. We can't see it all the way. And I also gave a special shout out to Dr. David Crochet, who was one of the ones that introduced myself, Sister Jamila, into AOC some 40 years ago, 40 years ago. and may he rest in peace. And another one was like our good sister Portia Evans. May she continue to rest in peace with our ancestors, because she did do the work, and now she's pain free. So let's just go. Oh yes, and tomorrow, there's going to be a nice baseball banquet in Opelousas at the Yamberley Building for 7 o'clock. In Opelousas at the Yamberley Building. And we want to thank our very own Walter Guillory for the continuous work that he has been doing on behalf of the children. And that's right there in Opelousas. So the telephone number to call us is 337-366-8951. 337-366-8951. We want to go to this clip. It was like dealing in New Iberia. Okay. We want to just go. We're talking part politics and everything.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna and give your opinion, and I'm gonna give mine, Brother G. Okay, that was like a little brief, a little brief part of what happened last night in New Iberia. They had Representative Clay Higgins that was there, and a lot of a good bit of the people that was there, they were complaining about what's going on and how this is not right. And as you can see from their body movements, they were really pissed off about some of the things that's going on. And it bears in mind that politics is one of the most filthiest fields to be in. But it takes good-hearted people, God-fearing people that would be in there and not going to be swayed, with corruption or not corruption and things like that. That's what's so good about having an open dialogue. And Brother J, the telephone number is 337-366-8951. And so when we're talking about politics, Louisiana usually bear the butt of everything that's negative. Everything that's negative, yes. we build the butt. And it's horrible because we do know they got some of the most beautiful, most kindest people here in the state of Louisiana, in some parts of the state of Louisiana. I know when I'm driving in New Orleans, the traffic is going so fast. You have people that blow. Sometimes they stick the finger at you. But by all means, I really wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Well, the Bahamas seems like a good alternative.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, the Bahamas is a good place. But yeah, we wouldn't want to live nowhere else.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
That's right. And that's why we take and we do what we do, to keep people informed. If you got somebody that's going to be talking negative and positive about their city, that's letting you know that they have a viable interest in it. You take, for instance, the taxpayers' money on university. They started with building this, it was supposed to either widen the road or whatever, but they made so much of I can't say the word on the air, but they made so much of a hectic havoc that people have been complaining left and right. You have the sidewalk that then wind up being much more high. You have people that would go places in their wheelchair. They can't take the chance to go in their wheelchair because of the way that they wind up revitalizing, mishandling taxpayers' dollars again. And so that's something, and I've spoken with the representative. I've spoken with Mr. Pierre. He said that He was gonna go ahead. No, it's not. It's not Mr. Pierre. I got Mr. Pierre on my mind. God dog it is the other gentleman, the other elderly gentleman. But you know, things just wasn't right, and it's like the taxpayers. We the one that's gotta continuously pay the bill. They're not going on like when you go down Simcoe. One of the roads that needs to be done professionally and properly, they're not even worried about that. And so,
So let me ask you something. When you say they're not worried about it, you don't think that the money is not there for the infrastructure?
the money is there.
Okay.
The money is there. It's to me, it's who's living in that particular area, because you go to River Ranch and you swear you're in a whole nother city. You know, all the roads are smooth. Any road you go to is smooth. Traffic is flowing. But you come down here, you know, Surrey, Simcoe, they want to patch up this. They want to patch up that. You know, instead of just doing it like it was other residents that was living there.
Okay. So it's all in who you know or
Well, it's
where you live.
where you live. The majority of people of color is living down this area, and the majority of people of wealth and other color they living over there, and they just show you how well they live. You don't have to worry about any. I forgot to pick up the trash this Monday. You don't have to worry about potholes. So it shows a difference, and it's just like a two-sided town. If we take New Iberia, you could go to New Iberia and drive straight on through. And one side of it is like a dying dinosaur. You know, it's so antiquated. It's nothing that's going on there. And you go on the other side, you see all these beautiful buildings, houses, road, all smooth. You could get a little comforter and just lay down, and you swear you're laying down on a mattress, in where they have some of the roads that are fixed in that particular area.
Well then, sister, that goes back to what you have a caller.
A caller. Okay. You know, I have my eyeglasses.
No, I can't help you. I don't have any glasses on.
Okay. Caller, are you there? Okay. Okay, caller, are you there?
Good morning.
Oh, hey, Brother Jay. Good. How
Can you hear me? And I just want to chime in. It's great to see both of you lovely sisters on set. You guys make my set look so good, or my set make you guys look so good, because I'm so jealous of Sister Rachel's set. But then again, I digress. Sister, I want to talk about this right here. Besides all the other things we have to worry about, the flock cameras, the data centers, even the idiot idea of putting a spaceport in a swamp in Vermilion Parish, we have so many things to worry about. And it was great to see that the people in New Iberia, even though that was a MAGA crowd, Sister Rachel, that was a MAGA crowd, pro-MAGA crowd, turned on Clay Higgins. And it's not just in New Iberia, it's all over the place, all over the country, that I think MAGA is on this last leg. But, sister, more important is in this election cycle, and I'm pretty sure you guys will get into some election issues. When you are a talk show host and you get calls from individuals telling you, asking you, and knowing what they want to do, tell you not to talk about certain issues with certain candidates, you know, that's very troubling for me. Because if you could go all out to campaign for someone who's not of your same community or race, but you won't campaign when you have a brother that's made a great showing in the U.S. Senate candidate race, that tells me a lot about that individual as an elected representative. You're so focused on getting someone who's not from your community, not of your persuasion, but you're more focused on getting him elected as opposed to the person that we need to get elected. So I just want to say that without throwing out any names right now. The other issue, Sister Khadijah, when you get home, get your riding lawnmower ready, because since you say I'm cutting grass, you done told on me. Well, my lawnmower broke just as much as my car broke. Thank you guys so much.
Brother Jay. Oh, he done hung up. Okay. Well, I guess he'll call back.
He'll call back.
Right. But he made some really viable information.
He did.
You know, it's like I always try to like show people like things like factual things, like this newspaper, one of the most powerful group of people in Louisiana. The most powerful group of people in Louisiana are the district attorneys. Now, you can tell that these district attorneys, we have 61 that are white male, we have 2 black males, and one black woman. I mean, this group, where is Skip? You want to go to the picture for me? I want people to see. I want them to see how these people are some of the most important people that's in Louisiana. They are some of the most important people that's in Louisiana, and a lot the sheriffs. You have like 61 white men, 2 black men, and 1 black male. These are the sheriffs that's all over in the state of Louisiana. And what that goes to tell you is that we don't have representation when it comes down to our population, or when we're in the courthouse, we don't have representations. The majority of us that's there and everything, and the majority of them that's in charge making 6 figures doing their little air-conditioned job. And so the call-in would be telephone number 337-366-8951. Now, there's another race that's going on in Opelousas. As a matter of fact, there's something going on in Opelousas.
We have a lot going on in Opelousas.
Okay, all right. Let me. Okay, caller. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if you was finished with your interpretation of the most powerful people that you claim to be, or the sheriffs and DAs and all. The most powerful people that they got is black people. If we would get together.
Okay.
And our biggest thing is, I notice how y'all kind of like editing y'all voices. See, that's our biggest problem. We don't feel free to speak about what's going on with our people, our culture. Mm-hmm. Everybody else can talk about what's going on with them, but we always got to edit ourselves. Well, I don't do that because I'm in the struggle. I'm in the middle of it. And I'm always hearing y'all talk about politicians. Politician job is to make sure the people doesn't get their democracy. They don't get what they just do. It belongs to them. You know, I mentioned the caller said something about Clay Higgins and the MAGA crowd. I love it because now white people are starting to see what black people been going through, and now they're lashing out on their white politician, which is good, black people. So once again, black folks, we are intelligent. I love y'all, and stop letting people lie to y'all and keep saying the same scenario. We are the only people that can save ourselves. But we got to stop following these people, making us believe that the only way we succeed is through them. They live off of us. And now that you're seeing that Trump and his white goons are doing to white folks what the Democratic Party been doing to us, you ought to be enjoying yourself because our God is speaking through them. Because every time they try to hurt us, it hurts them. And we got to stop being afraid to tell our truth. And these black politicians and these black representatives and these black people who are trying to get into government, they're not doing it for us people. They're doing it for them and their family to get benefits and get these little political spots trickling down to them, not us, to them. So when y'all keep on saying that the world and life is so hard on y'all, it's what you voting for making it hard on y'all because we are born free. But a lot of y'all think we got to vote for rights. No, politics is about business. And their business is to make you give up your consent to their contempt to put laws on you. That is why your laws on you is making your life so terrible. So wake up, black people. We are smarter than this. So thank you, Sister Khadijah, for not hanging up for this important message. But tell the truth. Stop editing it. Please, please put some name on them faces because they're elected politicians. If they're not doing their job for us, call them out. They getting paid while we getting paid and we still let it go on. Make that make sense if you got some. And we wondering why our black children are lashing out. It's not about praying. It's not about politicking. It's about us getting our freedoms and freeing our children's next generation so they can be who they are and who they want to be, not for what this government wants us to be. Wake up, black people. Stop following these indoctrinated black people. Because they got degrees don't mean they know where they're going. They're going right to that Democratic plantation or the Republican plantation. No matter who you choose, they still work for the government and the corporation.
Now, Mr.
Thank
Kevin,
y'all, and y'all have a night.
Mr. Kevin,
Yes.
when you show airs?
My show come on tonight at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, 5:30. It airs all week except Tuesday. They give y'all a break with the truth.
Oh,
but
my
if you don't want to know the truth, please don't watch my show because I don't edit nothing. I tell y'all how it is, and if it offend anybody, they got the problem, not me.
Okay.
Thank you, Sister Khadijah.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin. All right. And so when he's saying that don't edit nothing, he's talking about like call out the names. You know, if we have a picture, show the picture and everything like that. I don't have a problem with that because like you take for instance the police chief and 3 others. They was accused of leaking victim information to suspect. That was all over in the newspaper. I mean, not just in the newspaper, but that was all over the news. And so, and they stated who they were and everything. And I don't have a problem with calling their names out. I mean, they've been found guilty of it. So evidently they are. And it's let's see, it's the Ville Platte Mayor Mamou. I'm trying to put Louisiana State Police arrested 5 public officials, including a mayor and the police chief. And this came out. This is from KATC for leaking out through the government database. That in itself is kind of like really scary because you're giving out important information that you as an elected official or as someone that's serving your country, serving the community.
Well, I mean, as an elected official, if you're giving out someone's personal, that you're not doing your job.
Okay, you're not doing your job.
Yeah, you're not doing your job because if you're giving out information, how are you protecting and serving?
Yes, that's exactly correct.
Yeah, you can't protect and serve by leaking information out. Now, what was that again?
That was in that was like the Ville Platte Mayor in Mamou, and we also had. That's the one. Hold on. It's not. Let me pull it up.
Oh, that's when you're going with the Opelousas. That's the one you're talking about for Opelousas. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Okay.
in Opelousas.
Okay, she's now running for police chief. That's the point that you and Kevin was trying to make about when he said about put things out there and call the name. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And now she's running for police chief. You know.
Yeah, she was a part of that. She was a part of that. I didn't know what you were speaking of at first. But she was a part of it.
Yes.
A part of
and
it.
I don't think. I mean, I wanted to. If you could. I mean, you could go to kadn.com and you could get it. But I just wanted you to know that this is factual and say their name the way we're supposed to say their name. You know, you can't hide from it. And now she's running against the police chief in Opelousas.
She is. She's running against Greg LeBlanc. Her name is Yolanda Lewis. and Greg LeBlanc and Ebony Martin are in the race for the police chief. The incumbent is Greg LeBlanc. Yolanda Lewis, she was working for the police department, as well as Ebony Martin. They both went out on leave. Ebony went out on sick leave, from what I understand, and Yolanda went out on leave due to the incident what you were speaking of.
Yes, just hold up. We'll be right back. Caller? Yes.
Yes, Sister Khadija, I want to call back and again apologize to interrupt y'all flow. But I got a question to ask, two things, and I got one question for Miss Rachel.
Okay.
One of the things I forgot to say in my little brief summary in the opening of the show, here's an important message that we have to get out. The question is the National Democratic Party and the local Louisiana Democratic Party, and even the ones in Lafayette, supporting the candidacy of Mr. Jamie Davis? That's the question to be asked. And why, if they're not? Because I heard Mr. Davis say in Franklin, when we covered him in Franklin, Louisiana, that he does not have local or statewide television time or radio time. And even on the so-called African-American radio stations, I don't hear any commercials. Maybe they're doing it now, but that was last week when I was on that tirade about that. The question we should ask, why is the National Democratic Party not putting money into Jamie Davis' campaign? He just, according to the latest poll that I checked, he was just 4 points behind Letlow, who's a do-nothing candidate, who probably is an airhead, and that's not being disrespectful. The second thing, it's not the second thing, I'm going to Ms. Rachel. You got, and could you understand, people are posting posters now, if that makes sense, of some type of warning that you cannot make a threat to a public official, and free speech is not, I've seen a lot of people from Opelousas posting that. I don't know if there's something going on with posting threats for local officials, but the focus should be on the person, the idiot, racist, corrupt idiot in the White House who's making a lot of threats against people, saying all kind of stuff, and they're trickling down to the Republican and MAGA crowd saying whatever the hell they want to say. Jeff Landry and Liz Morrell, who want to put cases on everybody like Denzel in Training Day, she should be looking at those MAGA people out there posting all kind of threats against people who's standing up for justice. Now, lastly, Ms. Rachel, I want to ask you this. Why are so many people running for police chief of Opelousas? I'm going to leave that there on you. Maybe you could explain that to me. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we're going to, first, Brother Jay, your statement was disrespectful.
Yes, yes, it sure was.
It was disrespectful to Miss Letlow. Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
and I enjoyed it.
See, I love me, Sister Khadija,
Yep.
but we don't always just agree on
That's
things.
right, that's
but we
right.
still love each other
That's right.
just tremendously. But yes, it was very disrespectful. Second, the police chief, it's not just the police chief, it's the mayor. But I'm glad you guys invited me on the show today so I can discuss the things that I see going on in my city that everybody know that I'm very vocal on.
Yes.
So the first thing is, you mentioned the police chief race. That race, I do not understand why we have all these people running for police chief, because if it's not broken, I believe you don't try to fix it. The second thing is, the only thing the police chief is guilty of is infidelity, and that's a personal thing. That is a personal, what the word I'm looking for? Help me out, sister.
Okay.
That is a personal, whatever. It's personal, okay?
It's personal, but to me, that's the way the country was built. Each and every last one of these so-called people, these so-called presidents, they didn't even use their wife to even have children from. So infidelity, how you can tell me what's going on in my home, in my bed? How is that any of your business? And if you do know something that you think you know, la-di-da. I mean,
Well, it was obvious. Everything was out there. We talked about this when we started the sweet and sour tea. Well, we need to get back on.
Oh, yes.
But so we talked about how the police chief infidelity played a role into what transpired and how his wife was attacked and and all this other stuff. So, but we want to talk about his record. So
let's talk about the record.
let's talk about the record. The crime in Opelousas statistics shows the crime has gone down.
Going down.
The crime has gone down, okay? So that within itself speaks volumes. So let's talk about all the candidates now, okay? So I hope they have a forum. I seen that they were gonna conduct a forum in Opelousas, and I'm hoping that people attend that forum. But let's talk about, what qualifies, the qualification.
Okay, yes, let's talk about the qualification.
Okay, so Greg LeBlanc is qualified. He has all these technical qualifications, certifications, training, and all that. Miss Yolanda, she was a patrol officer. And I'm saying this is as in leadership position. Because let me just say this. I don't want her or anyone in her camp to think that I am attacking her, because that is not what I'm doing. I'm here. They know I love, but I'm going to speak facts. Okay?
Yes.
And so she, within herself, she was a patrol officer, and under Greg LeBlanc, which you would see her with all the time. That's why I don't understand what's happening there.
Right.
So they were together all the time under his administration. She was actually promoted and went to a school for DARE, where she became a DARE officer.
Okay, she became a DARE officer.
Became a DARE officer. So from there, I think that was it. Okay, so I don't know if she ever worked as a detective to solve a case. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know none of those things. But my thing is, as a police chief, I think you need to be well-rounded, not just a DARE officer. The last time we had a DARE officer as police chief, our city was under attack every other week. We had crime so much. The crime was, and look, I'm speaking facts. I'm sorry. So every time that we had, the crime was. It's the statistics.
Yeah, I got trouble with it.
Okay. Statistics shows that every time, the last administrations before under the LeBlanc, the crime was tremendously up. Okay, so we're gonna stay there. All right.
Okay, we're gonna stay there.
Next, we're gonna go to Miss Ebony. Now, Miss Ebony, I think she became a sergeant, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I know she was out on sick leave for almost a year. So with that, somebody calling.
Okay, don't lose that frame of thought. Yes, caller, you have a question or a comment?
Yes, I just heard Ms. Rachel say that about personal matters with our elected officials, and I don't know if she's a politician or works for them or whatever, but it's called ethics. It's called decorum. It's called being a role model. This is what we don't understand. Because these white folk does these kind of things, it doesn't mean we got to let our black politicians do the same damn thing. I mean, where's our morals?
Okay.
All right.
This don't make sense that we would. Okay, but it doesn't make sense for us to so say give them passes when they do the same thing as the white people.
Well, we're not giving them a pass. Because they all have
Say it again?
integrity issues. Every last one of them.
Yep, every last one.
Every last one
But
of
they
them.
run on the family morals. They run on the family values. This man took his personal life and brought it to the public by messing around with an officer.
And listen
If I would do
who's
the same
talking.
thing, if I would do the same thing, I would
listen who's
expect y'all to
talking.
do the same thing to me, cast me out, because I'm not a role model, and it's not supposed to be like this, because black people not supposed to be coming for other black people who are doing the same crime as the white people. That's where we go wrong with that.
Okay, all
because
right.
he a cute little police chief doesn't mean he could break the laws. Miss Rachel, I was listening to you, and I'm very offended by you, but you talk for your people, but yet still you're telling me the crime is down in Opelousas. I go to Opelousas every other day. Crime is up.
No,
Yeah.
Because they don't put it on the data, that don't mean that it's not on.
Okay, that's
All
your
right.
Miss
opinion.
Rachel, I mean, you're doing a good job. Just stop selling our people out for our politicians.
Okay.
Check on
Oh,
your
I'm not.
cable.
Okay,
Come on
all
now.
right. All right. Well,
Come on now.
look, that's Mr. Kevin Broussard, Troy D. And I want to say something to you, Mr. Kevin. You of all people should not even be worrying about what somebody done whether it was behind closed doors or open door, because I know you were involved with. You were married at that particular time, and I know you were involved with outside women. So it's not about what we do behind closed doors or if it wind up in the. We're talking about history. We're talking about facts.
We're talking facts.
We're talking right. If you got offended, la-di-da. It happens to the best. But you can't come and tell me that Mr. Greg LeBlanc, with having crime going down in Opelousas, with all of what he has continuously done, that, oh, now you have his own people of color that is ignorant enough. If that's you, Mr. Kevin, I'm not picking up on you. That's ignorant enough to try to run against him. For what? If something is not broken.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Now, Gretchen, let me just tell you, because see, Kevin in his feelings, but I need to let him know he didn't let me finish.
Okay, he didn't let you
Miss
finish.
Yolanda, I was just giving you the history of all three candidates, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But Miss Yolanda is a very good person. I would not take that from her. I would not.
Mm-hmm.
She is a very good person. She is a good people person. I just think she don't have the skill set what she needs to be chief.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And that's my personal opinion.
That's your personal opinion.
Right. But as for her being a people person, a community act, she is. But, Mr. Troy, since you want to call, Sister Khadijah was reading an article about where she was involved in giving out personal information to a pedophile. So, let her give. If she would give that information to your kids, you wouldn't have that same. You wouldn't have that same tone.
That's right.
And that's all I'm saying. But and even though it was a mistake on her part, but it was still done.
It was still done.
Okay, it was still done. She was still charged for it. I don't know what's the outcome of it, but it was still done.
It was still done.
Yeah, don't attack me for something. You don't live in Opelousas.
No,
if you
he
live
sure
there,
don't.
then you can come at me with some things. But if you don't know facts, don't come at me with it.
Yeah. And, and evidently you don't have your facts
and you don't have your facts together.
And it's the same thing. It's like I would not go try to perform an autopsy if indeed I don't have the skills to perform an autopsy.
If you're a gynecologist.
Yeah, that's right. I
Okay.
mean, just cutting somebody straight down
All
and
right.
taking out all their organs, you got to know exactly what you're doing. And so, and that's what we're saying. That's the
all.
point.
We're
that
not trying to
talking.
belittle our sister. I'm just stating facts. But since you want to attack me, now I'm going to give all the facts.
Yeah.
Because of the fact of the matter is, she is a good person. But integrity, his integrity was a personal thing. This is a thing, integrity, where it would cost somebody else another life. And
That's
if
right.
your job is to protect and serve, then you need to do that. Protect and serve. That's it. That's all I'm saying. And going back to Miss Ebony, I have no idea about, a lot of these, so let me just say, allegedly, she's running for personal vendettas. Allegedly, Yolanda is running for personal vendettas because she was told that the chief set her up. So that's why she got in the race.
Right.
And this is allegedly because she never told me this. This is just things what people were saying.
Right.
But I asked her at church.
You asked her at church.
At church, if she was running for chief of police, and she told me no.
Okay.
So,
Just hold on. Caller, you have a question?
Let me just say, allegedly, she's running for
Okay.
vendetta.
Yes, Sister Khadijah, I can air my personal business because I stand on my word, okay? I mean, you covering up for them doesn't make me a bad person because, see, I'm not running for no election.
I know you're not running for election.
You try to go to my history. Yes, I was a womanizer. Yes, I was that guy there. But now I'm old and I can talk about it because I'm old.
Okay,
But
all right.
can you do
But
that?
you-
Can
but-
Rachel do that?
Yeah.
No, y'all can't because y'all still... No, because y'all covering up for other people.
But no.
Where is our moral values?
I was never...
Y'all don't have them because you hung up the phone before talking about my business, which I don't care because that's That's your opinion.
Okay,
But
that's
you're not
my
understanding.
knowledge. That's my knowledge.
If I'm paying somebody to be a role model to my children in my community, I don't want you in no corruption because that is crime.
Okay,
But
all
he'll
right.
get out there and try to put innocent people in jail for criminal activity. That was criminal activities. And Rachel, you just talk about a lady talking about the truth is the truth. Well, tell the truth and stop adding it for other people to get credit.
Okay, all right. So,
If
Mr.
you're
Kevin.
about doing a show, do a real show. Stop
Oh, okay,
editing
all right,
with
now,
the people you
all
don't
right.
like.
Yeah,
Come on
yeah.
now, come on. Y'all doing
Now,
it wrong. But
let-
that's why we don't go nowhere, because it's people like y'all who edit the truth. And
Now let me get something clarified with you, Mr. Kevin Bump Truddy. First of all, you would not be on AOC had it not been for me. I'm the one that invited you to come on my show. Then, because we hit heads so many times, you gonna tell me that you fired me. You can't fire me for something that I invented. So I, in return, quit. But let's get one thing straight, partner. You just started doing this. You still wet behind the ears. And I'm going to say what I have to say when I have to say it regardless. You're not nobody to be throwing stones or wanting us to talk about what we've done and everything. And I don't have a problem with it. I've never been a womanizer. I've probably been a man. I mean, I probably looked at men, but I know part of your history, all right? So if you want to go there, we can go there, but we're going to go there off the air. Let's get back to the floor.
Yeah,
and don't you call back. I'm telling you, don't call back. Whatever different number you have, I'm not going to pick up. Okay, so that was it. He messed up our flow.
Yeah, but that's okay because, like I said, my job is not to belittle none of the candidates. And I'm not no big Greg LeBlanc fan. I need people to understand that because I bump head with Greg all the time. Matter of fact, he'll tell you, I was the one to tell him, stop doing what you're doing because it's going to cost you. Stop doing what you're doing. And that's exactly what happened.
And a lot of times, Rachel, we have to, we learn from our mistakes.
We learn from our mistakes. Yeah.
You know.
But like I said, he's not by himself. They all have integrity issues. I don't know about Ebony, but Yolanda, everybody got integrity issues. Ebony, I'm pretty sure she got some too, but I'm just saying, police chief is such a vital role in our community.
Yes,
okay?
it is.
And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, we had somebody sent me a Facebook. His name is Kendall. He was one of my tenants at one time, and he was a police officer. He made a live explaining. I wish I had it for you guys to play on the air.
Okay.
I'm telling you, he explained why Greg LeBlanc should stay as the chief of police. He broke it down about Yolanda. He broke about Ms. Lewis. He broke it down about Ebony Martin. He broke it down. Let me tell you, excuse me. I would tell anybody, if you didn't want to vote for Greg LeBlanc, your other best option would have been Donald Thompson. I don't care how much y'all say he lies or whatever, but he would have been your other best option because of the fact, the skill set, the knowledge, and all the things that he have. He would have been your second best choice if nobody else would have went in there. Voting for people that do not have a skill set, knowledge, understanding what it is to be police chief, mayor, should not be in those positions. That's just the bottom line. They should not be in those positions.
And with the way that voters are, voters know this. So why would you vote for somebody just because they woke up and say, well, I'm gonna run against.
That's like me saying I'm gonna run for president.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you make a really good one compared to what we have now, but it's a taste of it. Caller, you have a question or comment? Now, I can't tell if this Kevin or not because the numbers are not coming back. But if this is Kevin, you need to hang up. Caller?
This is not Kevin. How you guys?
Okay.
You know, you guys got a very interesting show. The numbers are up, and me, I'm for promotion. You know. Let me address our sister, good sister Rachel. Sister Rachel, you know I love you.
Yes.
when you said my comment about Miss Julia Letlow was disrespectful. And I take issue only with that. Only with this,
All right.
at this time.
Okay.
But I like
Julia Letlow is a candidate for United States Senator, a Republican handpicked by Donald Jackass Trump, a person whose anti-blackness helped force Liz Morrell and Jeff Landry and all the MAGA sycophants to go before to push this issue before the Supreme Court, United States Supreme Court, to turn back the clock on voters' rights. Julia Letlow is part of the MAGA agenda, right? If she has never been in public saying what she's going to do for everybody in the state of Louisiana. So it's not disrespectful to call her an airhead. I can call her worse because of her MAGA support.
All right.
Just like Mr. Kevin Roberts from Lafayette, who people deny that he's the person, the architect of Project 2025. Liz Morrell, who's from Lafayette, Nancy Landry, who's from Lafayette, Clay Higgins from the Lafayette, all the sycophants that are pushing the MAGA agenda, which is anti-blackness. Now, I'm down for blackness. But we should be able to say, Ms. Rachel, when somebody is acting in a manner to hurt the black community. And it's not disrespectful to call her an airhead from my perspective. And I respect your right to defend that situation on that. But I just have to get it clear since, this is a dialogue, a lot of people are watching.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be be discredited to saying something don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, no,
But
it's
listen,
not
Sister
that.
Khadijah, and you know how I feel about that.
Okay.
Where's the moral line blurred between especially when you're a law enforcement person and you have to make decisions and arrests on people, but you're out there sneaking around doing this and doing that? There's an issue right there. It's a valid issue to be discussed, Sister Khadijah. You got to discuss it, and that's the problem when we take up for people who are doing wrong somewhere else. But they hold in public office.
Yeah,
now,
but Jay,
if a person wants to do a sneaky thing and set somebody up or engage in police brutality, Clay Higgins has almost the same modus operandi as the person that Mr. Kevin was talking about in another sense by doing some things to his family.
Okay, but Jay,
so,
let me tell you
we got to just
this.
be careful, Sister Khadijah, that
All right.
we got to hear all sides of the story.
Okay,
That's
Rachel.
all I'm saying.
All right, Rachel disagreed with you. I agree with you. You can't please everybody. So, I mean, there's no way that you're going to be able to please everybody. You saying she's an airhead. I'm saying that she's a goddamn airhead. Rachel is saying she don't agree with it.
The only reason I don't agree is...
I'm just doing this for the public consumption because people watching.
Oh, no,
and
Brother
we know
Jay.
that was
I don't
disagreement.
want... So, look, the only reason why I said that was disrespectful, Brother Jay, is because you got to know my demeanor. It's the only reason why I said that is because she's a woman. And I just feel like, okay, I'm old school. Men shouldn't say disrespectful things toward women. That's the only reason. But as your opinion of her political
stance, Margaret
stance,
Taylor Greene was a woman. Caroline Levitt was a woman. All of these people were sycophants for the Trump administration.
Yeah.
And there's an end game to what MAGA is wanting to do, Miss Rachel.
Oh, no,
the
I
end game is to do away with black folks.
I understand what you're
I
saying.
don't respect nobody who got an agenda of anti-blackness who want to do away with the existence of black folks. Just follow the trail of what they've been doing, and you will get
I
the
understand
answer.
that. But what I want you to tell me this, Brother Jay, can they actually get rid of us?
What you mean?
You said they want to...
If she don't win the election against Jamie Davis, I mean that's what you're saying.
No, I'm asking you. You're saying that they want to do away with the existence of black folks.
Of course, that's the agenda. Look at Pete Hegseth in the military. Look at all of these things they're doing, and look at what they're doing with ICE. These people have no limits. And as far as Trump and that MAGA, because Trump is not the smartest knife in the drawer, right?
Okay, we know that.
These people like Kevin Roberts from Lafayette, and I'm gonna say it all the time. That Project 2025 is drawn up to start doing away slowly with the rights. First, you do away with the rights. Remember the Nazis? You studied World War II history, and they labeled people. They call them criminals They
Brother-
call them anti-American. They call them communists. Right now, they
Brother
labeling people
Jay.
like us who speak against them communists. And then they start talking about laws should be made against them. Then they talk about jailing them. Then they're talking about executing them. This is where this country will go if they don't have good people standing up for justice. Just study the history. It's mirroring pre-World War II Nazi Germany.
Okay, all right.
Thank you guys so
All
much.
right.
I appreciate you all giving me
Yeah.
this time.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
when
All
your
right.
show air, Brother Jay, because you could bring this up on your show when it's airing. Oh Lord, I forgot. I am on his show. We are on his show.
On his show.
Yes, indeed. And I wanted to mention about you had this exonerated after 42 years in prison. He's eligible for up to $480,000 as compensation but the Louisiana AG says no. Now, tell me, you've been incarcerated for over 42 years for something you didn't do. They're supposed to compensate you once you've been cleared of that. Attorney General Liz Morrell, she's like saying no, and this is where our power is depleted. She wind up being in this position from her little homeboy, Jeff Landry, out in he's from St. Martinville, but he's out right now holding hostage in the capital in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But this is what we're saying. How you gonna tell one person that, okay, these years that you've been incarcerated and you got exonerated, the $420,000, which to me is not enough that you've done, we're gonna say no. That's not coming out of Liz Morrell, a personal bank account. That heifer is wrong for doing that, and she knows she's wrong for doing that, and we gotta let it be known that she's wrong for doing that. Now, get back on the subject that we were talking about earlier. All right, I agree. One of our biggest problem that we had is that when we have somebody that's in the race, that's doing a good job, you will have these little ain'ts that coming in and just trying to dilute the vote. That's all they're trying to do. I mean, why would you put your name in there when you know that you have these charges? Why would you even consider running against the top man who has brought crime down? Why would you do that? I don't understand it.
So it's not the problem of putting your name in there to run. The problem is, are you qualified to
Okay,
run?
the qualification.
Look, if Yolanda, let me just say this. So last year, maybe year before last, so God told me it was the season of the woman, right?
Okay.
For the next election that was coming in.
Okay.
And so I had no idea, these women was going to put their name in for, to run.
To run, okay.
So I say that to say this. I just figured that some qualified person that knows what it entails to be the chief. So if you're giving away information, and this is, I'm telling you, I don't have a problem with Yolanda, and she know I don't. I love her as a person. I just don't think she's qualified to run for chief.
Okay.
I do, and
Right.
let me tell you something. She's a TikTok sensation. She got about 100,000 followers.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, she's very good as community outlet.
Okay,
and
community outlet.
her and Greg had a very good report. So I didn't understand
Where,
the run. Yeah. So when I asked the chief, I asked them because I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I asked her and she told me no. I
Okay.
told you, right?
That's right.
So I asked her at church and she told me no. But when I asked him about what was going on, then he tells me, he gives me the story. He kind of give me a little rundown. But then I ask other people, they tell me the same thing. They just confirm what he said. So it's about somebody telling her that he allegedly tried to set her up, which I do not understand, because if you're the police chief,
Thank you.
you know, if state police is arresting you, the police chief don't have anything to do with that.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying. Now, Miss Martin, like I said, I don't know anything, you know, about anything, because she was out on sick leave. But if you're out on sick leave, why are you running for chief?
Yeah, now that's a good point.
That's the kind of things that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to discredit them, you know, because you do what you want to do. But at the same time, why are you running? If we keep voting for unqualified people, we're going to keep having the same issues that we're having. And that's it. Look, we can go on a national level, okay?
Okay.
So we decided to go out and vote for the president we have now. Why? Because we thought he was going to give us a stimulus check.
Not we.
Oh, yeah, not me and you.
Well,
but
no, yeah.
a lot of us.
Uh-huh.
You think he just magically got in office?
No,
Okay.
indeed not.
So that's what they thought. A stimulus check was coming. So that's why they voted. I heard that so many times,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we goes to the mayor's race in Opelousas, right?
Okay.
Now, you and Brother Jay might not agree with me on this, right?
Okay.
And that's fine. But we both know, he said it himself, where we are right now. We are in a Republican's world, right?
Right.
Okay. So if I'm living in a Republican world and I'm all about community and I'm all about service for my people, because I don't care about friends and all this. I care about people being safe and having the resources they need. And I don't live in the city limits, you know, okay?
Right.
But my mom does, and that's where I used to live, right?
Right.
Okay, so my mom is in the city limits. My mom is 85 years old. You don't think I'm concerned more about her safety?
That's right.
I'm more concerned about her safety than I am about anything. And I will tell you right now, if anybody other than Greg LeBlanc wins for police chief, I know I need to move my mom out the city limits, because I already know it's about to, like them kids say, go down.
What? That's a serious statement.
I'm serious.
That's a serious
It is.
statement.
If I could, Sister Khadijah, you know, whenever you have a minute, we can revisit this again.
Yes.
And I'll bring you that video. I'll have them to play
Okay.
that video so you guys can see exactly what he said. And he was a police officer, worked under Greg LeBlanc, and he worked with all these other officers. He knows.
He knows.
He knows, but I'm just looking at the whole picture. I'm not looking at the glass half full. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm looking at a full glass, because I need to see exactly what's going to happen. If this happens, if this takes place, this is what's going to happen, you know? So I would tell people, quit voting for your friends, excuse me. Quit voting for your friends. You need to vote your conscience, and you need to see exactly what's going on around you. Now, as for the mayor's race, like I said, you might not like me.
Oh.
But this is my thing. So we have the incumbent, Julius Asendor. We have about 10 people running for mayor.
Oh, yes, indeed. That is.
10 people. I know you called me about the police chief, but you didn't research that mayor's race.
That's right. That's right.
We have 10 people running for mayor, I think, okay? So you have Donald, and look, we have, I have never spoken to Keenan Lamb. Keenan, if you're looking at the open line, you're more than welcome to come have a seat at the Foundation of My Color, so that way I can know your platform. You have Julius, you have Rod Size, you have Sonia Anderson, you have Lil Devin Manuel, you have Albert Guillory, you have, who else I'm missing? And you have Julius, the incumbent. I'm missing someone. I don't know. But you see, I named a bunch, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about the infrastructure. You know how you talked about the roads in the city of Lafayette on the north side?
Oh, yes.
Well, this is the roads all over Opelousas. I don't know if they have a good road in Opelousas. I don't think they have one good street in Opelousas. They had one, I think. It was on Washington Street. And her road, that's in District E where Chastity Davis, the alderman, lives, but her road jacked up too. Go further down, she had a leak, so now hers, The infrastructure is horrible. It is. So when I had a sit down with Donna Broussard, Rod Size, Elba Guillory, they all talked about, you know, what needed to be done. Well, Donna Broussard, you know Donna. Donna is very to the point. He came up with a number. I don't know where he get the number from, but he said $500 million to fix our infrastructure in Opelousas, right? So I know that they had received money, I think it was $14-15 million, I think, to fix the roads.
Okay.
That's not even a Band-Aid.
That's not even a Band-Aid.
That's not a Band-Aid, but all those people I named, tell me who you think can actually go get money for us. I know you don't want to say, but say it.
Donald?
You think Donald? So I think Donald was one of them too. But actually, right at this very moment, got the means,
Comfort.
it would be Elba Guillory. Who else? Look, I tell people all the time, I see he got a half a Democratic heart and a half a Republican heart. The Republican side is where the heart side is, but then he got that Democratic side too, because he got both views, you know.
He have both views.
He have both views, but he's the only one with the resources I would think that would be able to go get the money, because he's been in there, he knows, you know. Donald said he has resources, you know, and he has partners, and he has all those things to go get the money. That's my concern.
Okay.
So the water is brown. It gets cleared up, but then it comes back brown. It might be brown on the north end and clear on the south, you know, or the whole city might be clear one day.
Okay.
You know, so that's the type of things that I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about people. I'm not concerned about loving this person at them. I'm concerned about the people in the city of Opelousas and how they're going to survive if things happen.
Yeah.
You buy you a nice car, girl, you better hope you don't leave your front end in that.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, you know. And look, I don't blame the mayor, because he's the mayor. He's doing his best. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame Julius for this. But the only thing I in my mind, he's been in that position. It's apparent he can't get the resources because he's not connected to the right people.
Right.
You know, that's all I'm saying. And I'm saying right now, because we're in a Republican's world, and you got a Republican running, and if you care about your car, your drinking water, and all that, I don't care what nobody says. I'm going to vote that way.
Okay. You just made it known who you voted for.
Well,
now
no.
let me ask you this. He's really old.
He is. He's old.
He's really old. No, he's old.
He is.
You know.
He is.
And nothing wrong with being a senior citizen or a senior citizen, but when you got a lot of complications, so you're saying is that his age, no matter what, some of the illness that he have, it doesn't matter. He still can get the job done. That's what you're saying.
I don't know if he ill.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say he ill, because he functioned like a young person.
Okay.
Yeah, he danced. He got a 16-year-old child.
Oh, well, okay. Well, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look, all I'm saying, I'm not advocate for Albert. I'm not saying it. I promise you, I'm not. I'm just stating facts. If we're Khadijah, where would we get the money from?
Where we going? Yes. Where would we get the money from?
Who's gonna get it for us? If it haven't been working this way, why you gonna keep going that way?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying, and look, I'm not trying to belittle no one. I'm just stating facts. If it haven't been working this way, why you gonna keep going that way? That's like, oh, I'm gonna keep driving down this bumpy road. You know why? My car eventually gonna stop needing brake jobs, and the front end gonna stop, falling off. So I'm gonna just keep driving. It's gonna stop happening. Come on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus. I'm just stating facts. And I said it now, grant you, Dustin Miller works close with them, right?
Okay.
Now, can't nobody make me believe Dustin Miller just can magically get this money. He got to compromise to get this money. Because he's working up there with those good Republicans, right?
Right.
All
Yeah,
right.
in Washington.
So I kudos to him for trying to do what he do. So if that's the avenue for Julius to work with him to try to keep getting funding for that, well, then you guys, y'all need to mesh that together and let the people know this is what's happening and this is why that's happening. Because I believe in my heart that's what's happening. You know, and if I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah, and not only that, but Opelousas also is a majority black
It is.
city.
It is.
You know, and so many good things that's going on. I know tomorrow at the Jamali building, there's going to be recognition to the young softball players at the Jamali building tomorrow for 7, and Mr. Walter Guillory is one of the honorees.
Okay.
And they're expecting at least a good 400-500 people or more over there.
See, and that's a good thing. That it's a very good thing for, you know, and I'm glad that they're doing that, you know. So, you know, anything that's positive that's coming out of our community, kudos to it, because we got so much of negative, you know, and we fight amongst each other.
And that shouldn't be.
And that shouldn't be. And that's, if you really have the citizen's heart, if you really want what's best for Opelousas, you're going to do what's best. It's not about me and you being friends.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm serious. I do not care. Just like I said earlier, the only one that's qualified to be the police chief in this race, and I'm talking qualifications, because if you going on popularity, well, then go ahead with Yolanda. Because I'm telling you, because popularity is hers. I'm telling you, she has so many followers. Of course, her followers are from all over.
All over the world.
So they can't vote for her, but I'm
Right.
just saying, her
Yeah.
followers is from all over. But if you're looking for popularity, well then, bam. But if you're looking to secure the city, keep it safe, make sure that your children are safe, that's the way you want to go. And I'm telling you, we can sit here and talk politics. They don't like me. I don't care, girl. I serve God. That's why when Brother Jay said that, you know, y'all know me. I love everybody. I don't see no color. I don't have a lot of opinions as the same people, but at the same time, I do try to respect, and I hope I didn't offend Miss Yolanda or Miss Ebony, but I'm just stating facts. It is, you know, it is. That's, we're women, you know?
Yeah. And for me, you know, I don't love everybody.
I know.
I do see color. That's the first thing that I do see, and I'm proud that I'm able to do that.
Right.
And everything, because like it doesn't matter. Like when you take, for instance, we had one of our congressmen. I can't think of his name right offhand. The one that had $100,000 in the freezer.
Oh yeah, Jefferson. That wasn't his name?
That was his name.
Okay.
Wife worked at Southern. You have our former mayor, Guillory, who had millions of dollars
In the freezer?
No, he had in the freezer. But he had millions of dollars from that COVID, the COVID monies that came on. And where did he put all those monies at? He was supposed to be charged with some type of thievery, some type of theft. And as you could tell, as of today, nothing. But we had hundreds of millions of dollars that was supposed to stay on this side of town, and where did it go? To his buddy this, his buddy this and stuff. So, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. However, if you did it, you need to be damned.
Yeah, I understand. Oh, and let me just go back to the mayor, because I forgot to give Rod Size his props, because Rod is very smart. He's very smart, and I believe he would be another one. You know, they talked about partnerships and all that, but when they tell me about partnerships, my thing is, so what are you getting out of the partnership?
Oh, okay.
Not them, but what the partner is gonna, what they want out of it.
Yeah, what they want.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another concern, because then, okay, so what are they getting? Will it compromise the city, the citizens? You know, and I'm saying that is because, you know, I was driving one day and I seen these big cell phone towers in neighborhoods.
Yes.
I seen one right, I'm talking like 2 blocks from my mom's house. And so my concern was, and I went to one of the aldermen and I asked them, I said, why would y'all do that? Because at the time, the kids were still in the elementary school that was right around the corner, right? I said, don't y'all realize the radiation that thing is pushing out to those kids? Do you not realize that you just damned our youth?
That's right.
Do you not realize that you, and he was looking at me, and then I began to cry because they don't understand. I understand about having cancer and going through things, you know?
Oh, yes.
We both can relate to that.
Yes.
It's not a
okay.
fun thing.
No, it's not.
Chemo is not fun, so just imagine kids going through that.
Yes,
I
yes,
wouldn't
yes.
wish that on any kid, Khadijah. And so that was some of the things, you know, that I was concerned about. And I was like, why would you allow them? Why would you vote to allow them to put a cell phone tower in the neighborhood?
It don't make any
And
sense.
don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, because
Right.
we build radio stations,
Yeah.
and I was helping with the tower construction, right? So
yeah.
I know how much radiation those things put out. Those things belong in a field,
In the field.
not in a neighborhood, because you have microwaves that's helping push that out and everything else. So that's why I was like, I didn't understand why would they put those things in a neighborhood. So that's another concern that I have, and a question that I would have with watching who you vote for.
Yes. 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 Yes.
You know, because that right there, I'm telling you, those kids at South Street Elementary begin to start developing some type of cancer or anything down the line. They won't know where that you know, what was the cause.
Right.
Look how those things happen.
Yeah.
Those lawsuits with you know, like way back in the day, if you lived in this area, radioactive something
Yeah,
was.
asbestos and all that stuff.
Yeah,
if you
that's what,
work.
and that was something that was very concerning. You know,
And
for me.
it would wind up happening.
Yes, it could happen. It could be a possibility, you know. So that's some of the things that, you know, I'm very concerned about. It's not that I'm trying to beat up on nobody, because honestly, I do exactly. I know you and Brother Jay, y'all, you know, like that. But I try to do what the word tells me, and that's pray for my leaders, you know, and you know, and stuff like that. So I try my best to do what's right, you know. And I'm human like anybody else. I do get aggravated, but if I'm telling you, if conviction hit me to apologize or to whatever it is to that person, you know already it's gonna get done.
Yes.
But I'm just saying this: if you guys keep voting the way you're voting, don't look for a different result. Don't look for a different result. But I will say this, and I'm gonna go back to the mayor, Julius Ossendorf, because he's a good friend of our family. I know he's a very good person. He is. If he would just show the resources he can pull through, you know,
Okay.
things might change for him, you know.
Yes,
but
yes,
right
yes.
now he's not really sure. He's not saying anything, you know. And so that's where the problem come in, because he's not saying anything. I love him to death. He's a good guy. Much respect, you know. He never, you know, ugly or anything to me anytime I see him. But it is what it is, you
Yes,
know.
yes,
So.
yes.
I just want to say to those out there that's voting, and look, primary, this is a big election. It's just not citywide. This is national election.
yes.
You know, we need to be on guard. Not unless you guys want to see the same thing going on, you know, and you guys really need to go out there and register to vote. Register to vote. Please, go register. You know, if you want change, you got to vote for it. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to just see what's going to happen, because it's not going to change. Your vote do count. It counts.
And not only that, but you need to know the precinct. You need to know where you're going to be voting, because you may have voted at one precinct last year, and this year that precinct didn't change. You know, so you got to be familiar with that. You know, find out exactly. I'm in District 3. Where are District 3 voting? Which school we're at? You got to take the initiative to do your own homework to make sure that when election day comes, you don't come to the polls and say, "Well, I was here last year and stuff." Well, things change. A lot of things change, you know, so you gotta remember that a lot of things change.
Right. Changes, you know, things do change, and you have to know that, you know, they're putting in laws to change things. So in order for you to stay on top of that, you need to listen to what's going on in your community and do exactly what needs to be done, you know. And I don't know anything about the other candidates for mayor, because I always think back and I don't try to make it like, you know, they're unqualified.
Right.
But I don't know. I know, like I told you about Mr. Keenan Lamb. He's running. I don't know anything about him. Devin Manuel is our neighbor. Awesome person. She's an awesome person. She has a business degree, you know, from what I understand, you know. So, you have some people in the mayor's race that's qualified, but at the same time, you have to be connected.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be, because if you are not, it's not going to work.
I remember some years ago when I decided to run for the mayor of New Iberia.
Really?
Yes, I have my articles and everything, and they had like public forums that they had, and one of my good girlfriend, she decided to run also, and I know that Jacqueline Jirac Dudley were the better candidate and was better qualified, and so when I found out that about her and everything, I was easy to pull out my name. You know, I pull out my name because she knew that politics. She knew the ins and outs of how you gotta manipulate different things that you want. And I know I didn't have that type of technique, and so I pulled out. And that's one of the biggest things that we're missing. You know,
That's it.
There's no way on earth you're gonna tell me that 5, 6, 7 people need to be running for this office in an all-black district. That don't make any sense. All they're gonna do is just split the vote, and what wind up happening? Sometimes just the most populars or whatever may just sneak up in there, and now we're doing the same thing all over again.
Yep. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't understand. I'm telling you, I did not understand when Yolanda Lewis put her name in that race, because she was his right hand.
Right.
I'm telling you, if you seen him, she was right there. No matter where. If I wish I would have known, because I would have got those videos together for you, because you would have been like me, baffled to know that she decided to run for chief of police. You know, I don't know. But hey, good luck. That's what I tell everybody. Good luck, because I don't knock nobody. But I will state my opinion, and I just don't believe that nobody's qualified in that. So remember I told you about DT, which is my cousin.
Yes.
And he for some apparent reason, he's no longer in the race, okay? So I don't know when this happened, but maybe he was like you. He figured, well, let me just step back, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. But he would be the only person besides the chief, the incumbent right now, that can actually run the city with wisdom,
Okay.
with certification, qualifications for the city of Opelousas. Crime is going to go up. I don't care what anyone say. Crime will go up big time.
Yes,
And then
indeed.
if that was to happen, I would pray that the sheriff would take over. Oh yeah, because once again, my mom lives in the city. My mom, my aunt, I have a lot of family within the city. You know. So I would hate for the city just to go down. The businesses. Let me just say this. You won't have any businesses coming to Opelousas.
What?
Oh no, Khadijah, why? First of all,
Why?
I don't understand why they come now with the brown water, but it's okay.
Okay. Okay.
If the crime is up, you got all this infrastructure problem. Why would I come bring my business over there?
You right.
I wouldn't bring my business there.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm telling you, look. So I know, honestly, Dustin Miller is terming out this. I thought he was gonna go for mayor, but I think his sights on something bigger, maybe. But at the same time, I knew that he would be able to get monies for us to get things done. So that was one of the things that I was hoping for, but that didn't happen. I just want to know this. Are you guys understanding the severity of voting the right way for the city of Opelousas? I was so glad that I was asked to come here once she's seen all the all the candidates running for mayor and for police chief. I was excited about that because that has never happened like that before. And I wanted to really just express my opinion, not in a harsh way and not making anyone feel bad, but just opening eyes to the citizens of Opelousas and letting them know that, we have to do better going out there and voting. You have all these other elected officials that live within the city limits. I know they are not happy with what's happening right now as far as the election. I think they're hoping that people, kind of pay attention to what's going on, and see that we need to do something different. I hope they're registering to vote.
Yes.
And everything. I just thank you so much for allowing me to come today,
Oh, yes, and thank you, because it's a wealth of information that we all need, and we need this all over. Again, at one particular time, whenever there were like a group of people, a whole bunch of people that was running for one election, the elders would go and they would say, look, why don't you wait until next year, or are you serious that you really want to do it? It's just going to divide the vote. And as you can tell, it's being divided. And it's being divided.
You know what? I agree with you totally. So I believe that the votes probably going to be divided a lot. I believe that they might have a runoff. They may have a runoff. I'm hoping that they do not. I'm hoping that the citizens open their eyes and see that, she could be the best community outreach person there is.
Yes.
Because she is. She could be the best community outreach person. But as for the police chief, I don't think she's ready for that. I don't think she have the skills for that. I don't even think she worked a case.
Oh.
No, and I'm serious. Not to,
Yeah.
I just don't think she ever, detective. I think you have to know some things in order to do this.
You definitely have to know.
Yeah, and I just, I know Ebony have, but I just don't think I don't think she have. She have worked the case or anything. And, I guess because she told me she wasn't running, I think that just shocked me.
Right. And when you found out that she is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it just shocked me, that's all. But, hey, to each their own. And I wish her well. I do. I just don't think she's ready for that right now. But
that's something that you're supposed to take lightly. People giving you their heartfelt information, what they believe in, and you got to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Right.
But eventually, it's going to show you who they are.
Right, exactly. That's exactly. Oh, I can imagine after your show, I'm going to get the trolling. Girl, I don't care.
Oh, and yeah, you tell them troll me too. I mean, I know I'm supposed to have a Facebook page. Just if they want.
Look, girl, I don't care. I don't care at all. That don't bother me at all. While they trolling, I'll be praying.
Right.
Do you think?
Right.
Don't matter.
And it's like no, it's like. You take, for instance, like we just lost our good sister, Portia Evans. Marlise and Dr. Williams, they got on the phone, they called people, to help Portia have like a beautiful home going. And you hear some of the comments that, it was too long, or well, nobody stopped you from leaving. Nobody stopped you from leaving. You got something else to do. But Portia consistently, no matter how sick she was, she made that radio station pop. She was there, and she was there on behalf of her community.
Yep, she was. She was there. She was always there.
Always
she never
there.
Missed.
Yes.
She never missed. I never forget. Remember Jami?
Okay, yeah.
So one Mother's Day, you know, we told her Happy Mother's Day, and she was like, well, I didn't know her son had passed.
Yeah, he was murdered.
And so she was telling us the story. So after that, we adopted her, and we told her we was going to be her kids.
Oh.
So every Mother's Day, we would give her flowers.
Oh.
And then when COVID hit and I left afterwards, you know,
Yeah.
then I hadn't seen her for a long time. And then when I seen her again, and she told me she was sick, and I was like, "You're supposed to just keep in touch with me and everything." But she was so busy. This lady worked her tail off, man.
Yes, she did. Yes,
She would
did.
work. She worked and she worked and she worked and she worked. I mean, she was a workaholic, but she was a very good person.
Very good person.
Very good person. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And we wanna like just thank Brother G and
Oh,
myself for giving us the opportunity.
Yes.
To have the open line discussion. I want to thank all of AOC employees who continuously help out when it's when they're not scheduled to help out, that do what we need to do, and that's one of the main reason why AOC should be funded by Lafayette Consolidated Government. That's one of the main reasons. And we're gonna like bring on the director of AOC, Mr. Jamie, within the next 7 minutes. But in closing, Miss Rachel, what would you like people to get from the show with all of the heartfelt dialogue information? And Brother Jay did mention that, you know, it wind up sparking up, you know, like when people is listening, and we want to thank you all for listening.
Oh, yeah,
in.
definitely.
We really appreciate that and everything. And go ahead and tell us what you hope that people got out of this dialogue.
So out of this dialogue, I hope you guys realize that it's not an attack. It's more of a personal opinion, but factual. Because everything that I spoke on today is pure facts. None of it is made up. You guys can call, it's public records. Now, if ever I'm back, if they call me to come back,
Oh, we will.
I'll bring the records. It's factual, everything. So I just want you to know that I'm not here to belittle, but I'm here to give facts, because I really care about not only the citizens of Opelousas, but Opelousas in a whole as general. You know, people really need to know that, you know, your vote does matter, but you need to vote wisely, because if something happens in Opelousas that's going to affect your children, and you did not stand up for what's right, then hey, you can only blame yourself.
Yes, indeed. And when do your show come on?
My show is aired every Tuesday at 5 o'clock. You guys can come and have a seat at the Foundation of My Color. All you have to do is contact us. We have a Q-scan code thing, little
Okay.
thingy that you can scan. Is on the Facebook page, the Foundation of My Color. You can scan that. It'll let us know that you want to be a guest, and we will contact you to come on and be a guest. And we would love to have you, no matter if you agree with us or not, because we love you the same.
That's right. That's right. That's a lot of love that you be giving. Highly appreciate it. Well, we want to thank you so much. We're getting ready to go to commercial break.
Okay.
And from our commercial break, we're going to come right back on with the director of AOC, and we're going to be talking about some of the things that is coming aboard this fabulous foundation. And I look forward to the consolidated government doing what they're supposed to be doing. So we'll go to commercial.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Good morning. How y'all doing again? We just finished doing one show and we coming up with a little update, commercial update to let people know what's going on. Here to my left, which would be your right, we have Jamie Angel and myself. It's Sister Khadijah. Jamie, thank you for coming
Well,
on.
thank you for having me on.
Yes, indeed.
So
yes,
happy to
indeed.
be here.
Yes,
Happy to be
indeed.
with everyone.
All right. So tell us a little something about the new position that you were handed. Not on a silver platter, but the new position that you were handed.
Well, I'll start by saying this. Thank you for having me on. This is of the shows on AOC since I've been here a couple of months. Yours is the first one that I've come on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
congratulations.
Yes, indeed.
Or
All right.
maybe I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, most of that.
But I was so very fortunate enough to be named the new executive director of AOC a few months ago, and couldn't be more excited for what's ahead and what we're going to do for not just Lafayette, but for all of Acadiana. We've got such a great place here, great staff, and a lot of great programs and services that we want everyone to know about and to take advantage of. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be out there letting people know who we are, what we do, how you can be a part of all the greatness.
Okay. So some of your, what's part of your position, what's part of the work that you have to do being the director of AOC?
Well, the primary thing I have to do is to make sure that AOC is funded. I have to make sure we have the funds and equipment and tools and people we need to be able to provide the services that we provide. A lot of that, most of our funding comes from through, let me not say comes from, it's channeled through Lafayette Consolidated Government.
Okay.
So the way our funding works is we're paid for by what's called franchise fees. Those of you who subscribe to cable, Cox, LFT Fiber, you might notice on your bill you pay a very small amount each month in franchise fees. Those are for a purpose. They're not just fees for folks to take more money. In some cases they are, but in this case it's not. That money then goes to the government, and we are then funneled off 35% of those funds. Now, you might ask, what do we do now that cable's kind of going down and
Yes.
online's going up? Well, that's what we're trying to figure out right now. Cable subscriptions are going down, and that means the amount of funding that we get is lower. So we have a few options. We could do nothing. That's not an option.
That's not an option.
We could work with the city and parish to kind of renegotiate our contract, which I can go into a little bit. And our third option, which is something that we're definitely going to be working on a lot more, is fundraising. We brought in a fundraiser. We're going to start doing more events. We're going to be offering more services, low cost production services for small businesses,
Yes.
for nonprofits, folks who just don't have the money to go and spend at big media company, and that money typically leaves Lafayette anyway. Your money spent with us stays here. It's reinvested into what we do. We're a nonprofit, and it helps us to bring this great shows like this one.
Yes. Now, I know last night we attended the meeting, Lafayette Consolidated Government meeting. You and several others of us, we addressed the council. What was our biggest concern with addressing the council?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because when you think back to 4 years ago, to the both of us,
Yeah.
this is just a testament to what AOC is. We were on opposite sides of a lot of issues.
Oh, yes.
A lot of issues. Very passionate about those
Right,
issues.
right.
But we still recognize the humanity in each other, and the fact that I'm a person, you're a person, and we can have a conversation without the drama.
Yes.
Save the drama for your mama. Or bring it to AOC and share it, discuss it, have
discuss
a good
it.
conversation about
Right.
it. But the reason we went to the councils is because I don't know if a lot of folks are aware that we're here at the Rosa Parks Transportation Center, where we've been since 2011, 2012. The AOC was at a location in downtown Lafayette near the old federal courthouse.
Yes,
It's
that's
now apartments. And they've been there since the early 80s. They're around that area. When this building was built, they wanted to add on a facility for AOC, so they did a change order and built it within the specifications for a PEG station, which is what we are, public, educational, and government.
Yeah.
There are some specific things if you're going to spend the money to build things, and that's what they did. They built a custom home for us. That came with a price. Over the years, it started, I think, we were paying about $9,000 or so a month. And then every 5 years, that has increased to the point that if we are to sign right now, as it stands, we would be paying over $12,000 a month.
Ooh, that is not good.
Now, take that $12,000 and then factor in the fact that we're also responsible for the maintenance, utilities, everything else that comes along with it.
Yes.
We're spending upwards of about $200,000 a year on this building. Since we've moved in here, we've spent well over $2 million.
Ooh.
Now, I'm sure people are probably thinking, well, why didn't they just take the money and buy a place or something? That's the million-dollar question, and that's just something we can't answer. Those decisions were made in the past, and we're in the
Yes.
present, and we have to react to what's going on now. So our simple ask last night was to the councils to do a budget amendment for this fiscal year to eliminate what rent we do owe.
Okay.
And moving forward, eliminate the requirement for us to pay rent to be in this facility.
Okay. Okay. Yes, yes. And I know I addressed the council also, and I'm saying is that right when Festival International came, Festival International would have never been the success that it is or was that it is today if it had not been for the hundreds of volunteers. I mean, volunteering for that entire week, the Thursday to the Sunday. And to me, not one of the volunteers ever got paid. You had to do that and put it on sweat equity.
Yeah.
And everything, and it would only be holes that they would like say, well, they do make a good viable point. Whenever somebody, when you look around, you can see re-airs of different shows, different festivals. You would not have the opportunity to see this had it not been for the volunteers, the dedication, what they have done for AOC, because we already have a skeleton crew now. And so imagine not having volunteers.
Yeah, and imagine, that our funding is going down each year. This year alone, just our projected in the proposed budget is a reduction of, I think, about $18,000 on the parish side. So we lose $18,000, then our rent goes up about $1,000 or so more.
Right.
What we're paying more in rent is more, so we're losing about $40,000. Now, I have made reference, and I just want to be clear, I've compared AOC to other organizations that receive funding and that reside on city property.
Okay.
And again, all of these organizations are wonderful organizations and absolutely deserve a place in Acadiana and in Lafayette. I'm just asking that we be treated
Yes.
the same as them, especially given the fact that we provide an essential service.
Yes.
ACA, for example, is in a city building. They don't have a lease payment. They receive funding just like we do, but they receive city taxpayer funds to the tune of about $500,000 around. They got an additional lump of money this year, and then $1.9 million to build the music museum.
Oh.
All wonderful things.
Yes.
All
indeed.
things, we fully support. We're not asking for more money. We're just asking to keep the money that we already get.
Yes.
If those other institutions can occupy taxpayer-funded properties like
Right.
we do and not pay anything, we just want to be held to that same standard, given the fact that we provide all of these services, many free services, to the community.
Many, many free services, and you can't.
How much do you pay for this show?
Nothing.
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 Nothing. I pay my membership dues once a year, all access. And when I say all access, that means I could sign out a camera. I could go and do shoots elsewhere. I could come and use the studio. If I have a meeting, I could sign up with William, let him know we want to have the meeting upstairs, and it's available. Beautiful, classic, you name it.
And that must be a very expensive membership.
Yes. No, it's
No.
not. No, it's not. No.
She is a veteran.
Yes.
We thank her for her service.
Yes,
and she
indeed.
gets the veteran rate, which I believe is $35 a year. A year is not a lot. And if you go to our website, aocinc.org/donate, you can also donate. And there's
Right.
different tiers, and we're gonna be
Right.
offering different little, gifts for our
Right,
donors.
right. And what else is so good about AOC is that, like, I remember like some 20 years ago, Ed, who was the director, he said, look, you're bringing people from New Iberia, go to the council and let them know that we would provide them with the cameras and give lessons on how to have their own show, own production. I went to the council in New Iberia and I got shot down. And I really think the reason why I got shot down is, well, some things I could say and some things I can't say, but ignorance come in all type of form, and it doesn't really matter. But later on, a couple of years later, they're doing the same, not exact same thing, but they're recording and doing everything that they're supposed to be doing when it comes down to airing these different council meetings. And they don't realize that is so imperative, that's so important.
It is important, and it's a legal mandate. These communities, these municipalities, these government organizations that hold meetings are required to maintain, copies and versions of those things, and we do that. We maintain the archives for not just LCG. We maintain the archives for the library system. I believe we air the school board meetings. I'm not sure that we do the archiving for them, but we have the capacity to do that. And any other of the organizations that
Right.
Would require something like that. And you mentioned festival. We've been around since before festival. One could say in part that AOC was part of the push that helped to make festival what it is today, like you said.
Well, yes.
We are the ones who capture those moments, who have the folks out there, preserving our culture. And without that, we don't get to share with the world the amazing, awesome, fantastic things that we have here. And we want to do that with more festivals, and we want to do that with more businesses. Again, we just launched some new organizational memberships.
Okay.
So if you have a small business or a nonprofit and you don't have a big budget to spend on marketing, $250 a year, we'll produce a commercial for you for TV, one for radio, we'll do all your headshots, we'll give you all the B-roll for your social media. And, and we have increments that go higher than that, but it's very affordable.
Very affordable.
Yeah. So if you have a small business and you want to get it out there and promote it, and you're not able to find someone who can put something together for you at a good cost, we can do that for you.
Yes. And not only that, but then we've been using the same equipment for years and years and years. When will we be able to see new equipment after we've?
So that's kind of the situation we're in now.
Okay.
If we're able to get relief on the rent, we will have new camera equipment by the end of the year.
Oh, shoot.
Because the cameras that we're using are great, and a testament to their greatness. We've been using them for 15 years.
Right.
It's time to upgrade.
I'm telling you, yes, caller, you have a question or a comment for Mr. Jamie Angel.
Yes, Sister Khadija. Good morning to
Brother
Mr.
James.
Angel.
Good morning.
I just want to say briefly for the consumption of the audience out there with AOC. Sister Khadija, I've traveled to Houston. I've told you many times.
Yes, you
From
should.
Houston to Atlanta, there's no other facility that can compare to what AOC offers. And I think
That's right.
one of the things that people should do when it concerns AOC, the selling point would be the excellent facility. Because The one in New Orleans is not even close to what you guys got going on over here. So I just want to tout that this facility is state of the art in the sense that it meets everything, and even the idea of teaching young people the skill, even the idea of teaching them software, Adobe Photoshop, Final Cut Pro, and all of this stuff. I'm into, Sister Khadija. I talk about that all day. But people need to know that there's no other facility, from what I know, from Houston to Atlanta can compare to what AOC has got. So you guys got something special, and I think we should tout that always. Again, thank you so much, and thank y'all for keeping AOC going in the public.
Right, Brother Jay, how many shows you have?
I think I have enough either participating or behind the scenes with other people like Brother Wallace Senegal, who's a big promoter.
Wallace.
I'm gonna be on his
those shows
Friday.
on the AOC, and also LUS Fiber. We don't thank them for making that possible. So again, thank you so much. Y'all keep up the good work.
All right, thank you.
And he mentioned something about the kids. We have summer camps. We have after-school programs. We want to do more of those, and we plan to do more of those. But again, we need the community's help. Our facilities are amazing. However, they come with a cost. If you walk through right now, you'll notice that we have a lot of light fixtures that aren't working. They're old fluorescent fixtures. The ballasts have gone out. And we got a quote to replace our light fixtures, $35,000. To refit them, $25,000. Again, that's a lot of money that we just, we have to make a choice. Do we eliminate a program for children? Do we, hold off on getting new cameras for another year and pray that these make it through for festival?
Yes.
Or do we, find a way? So we're looking at other options. We're going to buy the light fixtures wholesale and hopefully find a licensed and bonded electrician to come help us out. But we have to find ways to save cost and keep this facility a world-class facility.
Okay. And people that have, we all have representatives here in our area. Do you think that someone needs to try to contact their council member in the different districts, ask them to support AOC with no rent or rent deduction?
Absolutely. Listen, we will work with anyone. Please call your councilman, call the administration. We're not looking for any sort of drama or any fight. We just want to keep AOC going and allow folks to continue to have a voice in the community. And I think it's important. I think it's vitally important. And I'm not knocking on the local TV stations, but they're not so local anymore.
Right.
And they have 30 minutes to cover, what specific people think is important. We can cover it all. We can let folks come on and share the news with everyone straight from the source.
Yes, and that is so important. So whoever your representative is, give them a call. Just say, look, I want to make sure that you're on board for helping out AOC. It's something that people continuously watch. They want to continue to watch it, and they deserve it. And people out in the community, you have the opportunity to come in and learn what white balance is. You have the opportunity to learn how to create a set, what to do with your set, what colors that you can wear.
How to put cool stuff in the background.
Right,
'cause we don't see any of that, but it's just a green wall.
Yeah, it's a green wall. That's right. We definitely want your support, and you're getting this facility for pennies a year, and it's so worth it. It's so worth it. I know our post, Harry Eugene Post 504, right here out in Lafayette, right off on Pinhook. I mean, they love coming over here. As a matter of fact, we're working on a play dealing with suicide, and it's going to be something that will be aired on AOC. We recently had the Women Auxiliary. Everyone that was there, they came and we did commercial. So it's viable all over.
Yeah, and look, we just ask that if you can, if you're able, if you can spare, a little bit, go to aocinc.org and donate what you can. If you can, we'll be eternally grateful, and you'll help to keep programs like this one going for years to come.
And what about a telethon? I know at one time we had one. I don't know.
The TeleQuest telethon. Yeah, it was back in the day.
Back in the day.
We're looking at a bunch of different things. The big thing we're working on right now is in the spring. We're planning a music festival featuring some of the bands that we have on our monthly threshold.
Okay.
So we're real excited about that. More information about that is going to be coming soon.
All right, all right. Well, you have it. You know that we're here. We're pleading with the community to keep up this viable program, no matter how you look at it. We may have our differences, but as you can see, AOC has continuously brought different minds, different love all together for one ultimate goal, and that's the community. The community. You deserve to see, like some of them would have like a show, and you like saying, why in the hell would they have this show on? You know,
Because they have the right.
That's right, and it's so funny because you got to be really, really into it for you to just come up and just, well, I'm gonna do a show like it's so good.
And we want more of our young folks to come on and do shows. You know, y'all are all online on your phones, on the TikToks.
Yes.
Translate some of that to AOC.
Okay, so we have less than 30 seconds. You have it.
Well, I just thank you again, Ms. Khadijah. I love you, love your
Same
family
here.
and everyone else. This is a family. We want you to be part of our family, and we want our family to continue to grow and thrive. AOCinc.org/donate. Please, if you can, donate to us and call the administration, call your councilman, and tell them you want rent relief for AOC.
Okay, and Skip William, Shaheed, I'm gonna put in for y'all a pay raise as soon as
The whole team.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in for everybody to get a pay raise.
That's a good point, because we have great staff here. They work hard, and they deserve it.
Yes, indeed.